I didn't finish school, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I didn't need it.
The best part about, going to your events and, listening to your music, it's like a really chill vibe with all parts of the community, man. It's like, the heteros hanging out with the LGBTQs, and it's like, it's a fun vibe. Like you don't feel like that, attention. That's like me saying I'm a designer because I put AOW on t-shirts.
But you're not. You're a printer. You printed that on there.
Well,
sorry. First week, I got my first celebrity client, which was Rebel Wilson. Shout out to Rebel Wilson.
I've seen pictures. You a big.
I'm just saying, it was a weapon. Pow weapon.
Oh, word?
We don't want to say what it is.
Pow. Damn. Oh, yeah. There's YouTube. You gotta keep it
right.
light. Models being harassed, models being, groped and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Your vibe doesn't seem to have that kind of issue. Have you had any of those issues at your fashion shows before?
I've never had it at my I never had it at my fashion show. I've had it where so when a fitting one time happened.
You write your own music, Brooklyn?
Of course.
Yeah, so nobody's written anything for you?
I have had people who written for me. I'm not gonna put it out. I'm not gonna say I haven't. I've had people, yes.
All right.
And that's another thing. People don't be honest about this stuff.
What would you tell models that they should know to make their lives easier?
If your heart is not into this and you don't have a thick skin, don't do it.
Let's jump right into it. You got music you're going to be performing today.
Yes, definitely.
Give us the name of the song.
Massive on the
Let's go. Dale con todo, dale.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Angel of Words podcast. I am your host, Angel of Words. And before we get started, don't forget to tap on that notification bell, click on the subscribe button, and follow us here at the Angel of Words Entertainment YouTube channel. You could also follow us on all podcast platforms. And as you know, Spotify has video now. If you want to donate to the content creator and the brand so we could keep putting out these great podcasts for you, go to Cash App AOWNYC. Folks, the podcast today is sponsored by BJS Photography. Go get those photos. And Eyes of the Soul by Curtis Holmes, available on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com. If you want to know what's happening in the Angel of Words universe, we also have the website, AOWENT. Now on deck, on the Angel of Words podcast, we have a person I've been trying to get on forever. Our guy, Brooklyn Jules. But he was on the set. What's going on, BK?
Thank you for inviting me.
My brother, we have a lot to discuss, so let's jump right into it. You got music you're going to be performing today.
Yes, definitely.
Give us the name of the song and let us know what's happening with the performances you have going on.
What up, my people? You already know who it is. Your boy, Brooklyn. So the song is a DEMBOW called Conto. About to have everybody shaking ass.
Oh, yeah. I heard it before, folks, at a couple of events, and it definitely gets the shaking of the booties going, for sure, man. Shit gets lit.
Right.
So you said you were telling me prior that you have some performances coming up?
July 13, July 17, July 19, July 20th, July 21st. I have festivals, performing at festivals, parades, and also different club events.
Any parades in particular? Like
I'm doing the Colombian Day Parade.
Okay.
I'm doing the Cuban Day Parade here in New York. I'm also doing it in Jersey, Jersey City.
Okay.
So those are the parades that I'm doing.
Okay.
Next 3 parades coming up.
Wow, that's a lot, bro. And you're going to be performing Conto on all of those?
I actually have a show mix of 8-minute show mix.
Okay.
It's going to be like a bunch of songs in one whole show mix, and that I ended off with Conto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fire. So folks, be looking out for that. Where can they follow you, Brooklyn, to make sure that they catch the festivities?
Yeah, so you can follow me at Brooklyn _ ISLA Jules. On Instagram.
All right, so we're gonna get because as everybody knows, if you don't know, Brooklyn is also an incredible fashion designer. We're gonna segue into that, but first I want to talk about how you got into music because it's a great story. So
All right, so music. I first started off as a designer first, and then went into music. When I went into music, I was actually in the studio with a client, and he was like, "Oh, get into the booth. Let me see what you got." I was like, "You don't want that." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "You don't want that. That's something you don't want to do." He was like, "I challenge you." So my first song I did was a remake of one of Usher's songs, "Without You."
okay,
I went into the booth. He played the beat, and I just remade that song, and then that was a song that just had got me into the music. But I also come from a history of background with family and music and stuff like that. But my branch out was that part right there. I was challenged to go into
how
the
long
booth.
ago was this, BK?
That was about 12 years ago.
Okay.
12 years ago was the music. And there was just I did the song, it came out. Literally, it came out the same day out the booth with this song. And it was just history after that. Everybody was like, "Oh, do this song here, do this song there." I started, actually, my first performance performing the song was at my fashion show. I did my fashion show, and at the end, I came out doing the music. And everybody's like, "Oh, what? Where? You doing music too? Let me find out." And it was good. So from there, just started off, and I met up with a couple different producers. And it's been, I don't want to say downhill, I would say uphill ever since. It's just been building up and doing what I got to do, yeah.
Yo, BK, it's funny though, right? Because I've known about BK before BK even knew that I knew about him. I saw you in I think it was your first music video back in the days. I think you were dressed in yellow, back in the days. Yeah, man. And then
that was
one of my actually one of my close friends was on the set for that situation. Yeah. So that's crazy. All these years later, we meet and shit.
It was that was just, again, that was in the beginning of my career. I didn't know much about music back then. I was still just learning.
Yeah.
But it was, the whole experience has been great, really, really great. And the love and support I received from everybody, amazing.
You get great production too. Your songs are very, they mix well and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Who have you worked with throughout the years who's been looking out for you musically? Because it doesn't happen on its own.
Well, preferably I will not give people light that don't deserve the light. At one point they did.
Yeah.
To be honest, and at some point they didn't. But I've always given the leeway to meeting new producers, listening to their sound, and coming to an agreement, how we're gonna move forward. One of my biggest producers was Mike Massive.
Okay.
He's the one that gave me the hit for Summertime. Summertime.
I love that
Summertime
song.
has been played all over radio.
That's actually
everywhere.
on your on Spotify right now,
That's
correct?
On Spotify,
so yeah, go
it's
check
on
that out. It's another dope
platforms.
song.
And from that song, I've gotten so much, experience with that one song. Because that's, even though I was doing other music, but that producer really helped me out. And, it is what it is. It's been up since, and I've been performing. I'm booked all the way to August. No sleep. Team no sleep over here.
No.
No sleep. I've been up right now for 3 days, just getting things ready. I was 4th of July weekend. It's been crazy. I just filmed my music video yesterday for Conto. So, and then we have all these other shows coming up.
Shout out to everybody that went to the music video yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what was that experience like?
It was fun. It was fun. A lot of dope people showed up. A lot of people was, some people didn't show up. Some people showed up, but we were grateful with whoever showed up and how we got it going. It was up. It was really up. The energy there was dope. The location, my people's from the location. Shout out to my people from the location. It was because I've done music videos before, and I always try to put positive vibe out there. It was a positive, great vibe.
Now, you always have great, I'm not going to call it luck, but great situations when it comes to finding locations, right? You did a dope video for Layumi, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's also been on the podcast before. And I'm like,
Jamaica
how
Fox.
does Brooklyn get these spots, man?
So
yeah.
when I meet people, I create bonds with people. You know what I mean? I don't just, a lot of people get used, and I don't use people. When I meet you, look at me and you. You're my brother, you're my boy. You be like, yo, Brooklyn, I need you to pull up here, but I'm there for you. You know what I mean? If I call you, I'm like, I need you to pull up. There for me. I create bonds with people. A lot of people just use people. And when I say use, I mean like for the moment. I stay in contact with people throughout the years. Hey, happy birthday, happy New Year, Merry Christmas. And we stay in touch with each other. They need something from me, I'm there for them. So the bonds that I create with people is like, if you need something and I got it, you got it. So I like the same thing reciprocated. You know what I mean? So all these people, they have locations, they have places. They're like, Brooklyn, whatever you need it, come through. I got you. Don't worry about it. Come through, pull up. We'll talk about the details later.
Okay.
So that's how I get places. To be honest with you, I create bonds with people.
I know, and it seems like, you know, you have videographers too that come out and look out for you and shit.
Videographers, models, dancers, DJs, everybody that I meet, I create bonds with. Just not the locations, it's everybody in general. You have people out there, I try to give out what I want back. You have people out there who, like I said, they use people. I've been used many times. But I know how to look for those snakes, you know what I mean? And pull them out like, okay, no, you got that one time, you're done. You know what I mean? I don't hold grudges. I don't hate anybody. I don't dislike anybody. I just don't mess with them. I stay away from problems and issues.
Yeah, you know, it's a hard space, man, the creative space, man. You know, a lot of people don't like to pay for services. Some people like to undercut people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm glad that, you know, you look out for people, man.
Right.
You can.
Basically, when it comes to payments too, you know, like you gotta invest in your craft, in your artistry. You gotta there may be sometimes you can get a helping hand of like something free, but also you also want to make that person feel like, you know, you appreciate them. Like whatever they're asking for, if you ain't got it, save your coins. When you get your coins up, you go back to them. You're like, oh, well, this is what you was asking for. This is what you do. Like, I'm a designer. If somebody can't afford my prices for what I'm making, I tell them, you know what? Hold your coins, build it up, and you come back to me.
Your stuff is pretty pricey too. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, if you're gonna go,
no, it's good stuff because it's super original. You know what I mean? I'm breaking balls, but like, you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? You build yourself to that point where you could charge that.
Definitely. I definitely have built my brand. Definitely built my name. I tell people, you're gonna go spend money on Christian Louboutin and all this Louis Vuitton and all this other stuff. I hold my brand to that level. You have to like hold your brand to a high level, either artist, if you're a recording artist, if you're a fashion designer, if you're a podcast, whatever you have, your brand, the more lowballing you're doing this stuff, you're only gonna hurt yourself. I don't do this for the money. This is who I am. Money just comes along with it. You know what I mean? So I'm not out here saying, okay, I need to make this much. No, I'm done. You know what I mean? I love what I do. It's just I wake up, I go to sleep, think about what I do. There's a lot of people out there who take it, they just doing it for the money. And it's like, that's the wrong way to go. This should be a passion. This should be something you want to do and not just do it for the money. Because the money you can go get a 9 to 5 and make money. And not like a 9 to 5. How many people work in 9 to 5s? They don't love their jobs. I love what the hell I do. I love it. I wake up, I go to sleep, and I think about the same thing when I wake up, same thing when I go to sleep. What is my next step tomorrow? How am I moving forward? How am I going to build more of my brand, my name, stuff like that.
No, man, you know, and it's really, you know, passion is important, man, in whatever you do. And I see that you have passion whenever it is you do what you do. You know what I mean? What do you think is harder? We're going to segue into the fashion now, but what do you think is harder, the process of making music or the process of being of creating a line, for example?
This has been a question asked me so many times. And I have to say, I don't have that answer. Okay. Because it's hard to be a recording artist and it's hard to be a fashion designer. I don't want to say one is less than. You know what I mean? Because I could put in just as much work as my fashion as I can for my music.
Copy.
And then I also don't want to take away from other artists that are out there that say, well, why would he say that fashion is better than music? They all come hand in hand.
Harder, not better.
Right, but harder, even harder.
Yeah, harder to do.
But it's like, it comes hand in hand to me.
Okay.
I want to make people look beautiful. I want to make people dance. I want to keep it at equal level to that. As much work as I put in as a fashion designer, I put in the same work to be a recording artist. You know, so like there's a time and place. If today I'm doing fashion, then I'm going to dedicate to fashion. And tomorrow I'm doing music, I'm going to dedicate to the music. But I'm going to put just as much energy into both of them.
Let's talk about these music artists that go out here looking like clones.
Wait a
We're
minute.
gonna get into it. I want to discuss fashion and music right now, right? And I'm gonna stick to the Latino side. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about it all, man. Like,
Let's let it
because I've
out.
seen it on every single, every single space, right? The clone situation, man. Like people not coming out, because like you know.
The authenticity.
And there's no disrespect to anybody, because you know what I'm saying? You never know where somebody's coming from, you know, whatever the case may be. But I absolutely adore and get excited when when people come to the podcast, or where they go to a show I may be promoting, and they come out dressed to kill. And I'm talking about, like, you look like nobody else in the audience. Like, nobody could convince you. So, you know, you always have your own style, right? Well, whether people mess with it or not, you know, Brooklyn's going to come out with some shiznit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, could you discuss the importance of being in art? Because you look great today. And thank you for pulling up, bro.
Definitely. So, when I go places, right? When I go out to shows, or even when I go out to anywhere, I go to an event, you want to stand out. You want to stick out of the crowd. I don't care if they don't like what I have on. I don't care if for every one person that don't like what you have on, they got 10 other people who love it. I've never got a complaint.
Copy.
I put it on, and I put it the F on. You know what I mean? I put it on. If I like it, it's meant for me tonight, like not for anybody else. But I go out there and I make sure I make statements, fashion statements. I will put on fatigue pants with a pink pair of sneakers, but I'll make it work. I'll make that work. I'll make it look good. There's some people who go out there and they don't have that fashion, I want to say, that little fashion style to like put it on and have that confidence on. Because you could put it on, but if you don't have the confidence to stand behind it, then it shows in your face and it shows in your outfit. So I wear teddy bear boots.
Yeah.
You know, I wear a teddy bear book bag. Like, I'm putting it on. If I want to put it on, I'm going to put it on and make that statement. There are a lot of people who come out there and they don't look. There's some artists that come out and you're like, they just blend in with everybody else. Nobody knows that they're an artist. And I'm like, yo, put this on. Try this, try that. Try this, try that. Like, try things. You don't know until you try. But they're so stuck in their little bubble, they don't want to go out that bubble to try it. No, that's going to look like this. It's going to look like that. Try it. Just try it, and you may see the different outcome. When I walk into a room, heads turn. I'm sorry. Heads turn. I dress crazy. I love that. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm a in your face, outgrow. Like, I'm not, what it was, like my mom says, you are a diamond in a fucking sea of rhinestones. You're supposed to stand out. You don't want to fit in. I never wanted to fit in as a kid, and as a grown-ass man, I never wanted to fit in. I always wanted to stand out. I always try to look for a different way to look different than everybody else. You know what I mean? That's why I never hid who I am. I am as a person. You know what I mean? Because a person, me, I'm going to be always standing out. Rather if it's the pajamas, I'm going to wear the craziest pajamas. If it's an outfit to go out to the club, crazy outfit. But I'm going to stand the hell out. And everybody's going to know who Brooklyn is.
How important do you think it is for an artist to find their swag? Their drip that works for them.
It's
because I feel like it's not just about what you right. It's not just about dressing crazy. It's about obviously, like you said, the confidence to dress within your boundaries. But there's ways to F it up. You know what I mean? So that you don't just look like everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
So I had this conversation like this. If I can bring this conversation up with somebody,
we're here to talk.
I had a conversation with somebody the other day. It's like they don't want to dress or have that a certain look because they try to please a certain kind of people. Oh, I can't do this because...
What people were they talking about in particular, if you don't mind?
All right, so they from the hood,
okay,
right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to dress like I'm dressed, like colors and stuff like that, because oh, that's not hood.
Yeah.
I'm hood. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Oof, they don't get no
Born
more
and raised.
than that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Brownsville, Brooklyn. And I'm like,
I slice you in your face. City
right,
I'm
in your face.
You dead ass from Brownsville?
Yeah,
I didn't know exactly what town in Brooklyn you was from.
I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Ooh,
never
boy.
ran.
Yeah,
we got that saying, never ran,
situation.
never will. Never ran, never will.
That's a fact. God
Never
bless
ran, never
Brownsville.
will.
Shout out to my
Shout
people
out
in
to
Brownsville. We've had guests from Brownsville on here before, so okay, fire.
Rockaway and Sutter.
Boricua from Brownsville, huh?
Rockaway and Sutter.
Oh, shit.
Yes, in the
real
heart of
talk.
Brownsville.
Oh,
and
Good vibes.
You know, that there's people who be like, oh, I can't do that. I can't. You can. You just choose not to. You want to please just one particular crowd.
Yeah.
I don't want to please one particular crowd. I want to please myself first, and then everybody else.
Copy.
You know what I mean? So that's when I said then, I said, the confidence has to come within yourself. So when you look for your look and you look for who you are, and not just trying to please everybody else, please yourself first. Put yourself first, please yourself first. Bring that confidence to yourself that, yo, I'm going to wear that pink outfit. I'm going to wear that. You're going to put it on. You're going to look good out there. Even with your music, when you make music. You don't, I have another artist that I work with. Hardcore rap, always cursing, but never gets bookings. You don't get bookings because all you doing is cursing. When you're at a festival, you at a parade, those are family-oriented things. You're going to have to bleep, 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 bleep. Try, look, Biggie Smalls, let's say, side A and side B. Side A was the mainstream, side B was the rough stuff. But if you're only doing stuff and talking about sex and hoes and bitches and stuff like that, like, you know, like the cursing and stuff like that, like, you can't really do much. You're only going to be stuck in that one place. Half side, half A. Side A and B. You go back and forth with it. You have some music that's really hardcore, and you get some stuff that could be radio played. Some stuff that's gonna get you bookings and parades and festivals and other clubs, not just like the hard stuff. And that's what people don't understand. They want to sit there and they're like, nah, I'm gangster. I'm this, I'm that. I'm gangster. I'm a quiet gangster. I don't need to throw that in your face. I don't need to be that bah, 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 bah. Yes, if somebody comes to me, I gotta protect myself, I know how to. But I'm not in the streets doing that. I'm right now trying to work for my career. I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm gangster, I'm this, I'm that. No. That comes along with who I am. When I need to bring that out, it'll come out.
You write your own music, Brooklyn?
Of course.
Yeah, so nobody's written anything for you?
I have had people who written for me. I'm not going to put it out. I'm not going to say I haven't. I've had people, yes.
All right.
And that's another thing. People don't be honest about this stuff.
Yeah.
I write my stuff. I also have had people who wrote my stuff.
Nice.
And the people who wrote my stuff, I give them all their credits on my stuff.
Okay.
All their credits. You wrote it. You want me to sing this? You want me to do this? You got the credits on that. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like, nah, nobody wrote for me. I wrote for myself. I write myself, but I'm not ashamed to say I got people who help.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here that don't want to give that grace to people and think they that person. I'm like, no. We all have a team. We all have a team.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, somebody has sat there with you to help you with something.
Copy.
So, but yeah.
All right, that's what's up. And what's that process like? Do you enjoy that? Would you rather write your own stuff?
Hell no.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
No, I'd rather somebody else write that.
I like all the other stuff about being an artist, man. Writing is hard, man. You know, and I'm a writer, but I'll be honest, it's not an easy thing to do.
Because, okay, you could sit there and write a song, right? And it may sound good in your head, and then you go back over it, and it's like, wait a minute. You keep going back and back and back, and it's like, when can I get in the studio? So somebody does it, and I'm listening to something like, all right, this sounds like a good, all right, let's go in the studio and do it real quick. You took care of that. You did that. You did your dirt. So I love writing. I love everything. Like I said, I love it all. The whole process of doing music. I love it. But I also love the part when somebody else writes for me, and I'm like, you know what? I got that song. I'm going to do that. Bring that over here. I got that.
Nice.
The person can write it, got the talent. I go into the studio, go into the booth, and do my thing.
All right, bad. That's what's up. Well, thank you for keeping it real, because I don't know about a lot of people like to keep it real like
they
that.
Be like,
man.
nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They'll be like, nah, I wrote the whole thing. Meanwhile, 5 different people wrote that.
Yeah, word. It was a whole collaboration, man. And I don't like that. I feel that's grimy, man. Like, give people they flowers if they earned it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I also I love my particular style of music, because I have like that English-Spanish vibe.
That Spanglish wave.
Yeah, but I also like to create that Spanglish wave with the old school vibe. I like a storyline. No disrespect to nobody nowadays. Music is music, but music is not like before. I love a good storyline. Talk about something. Not just that, I don't want to say that, but hibla stuff, you know what I mean? It's just like a lot of nonsense things that come out.
Yeah, disparates.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Can you explain to me what the hell you just said to me right now? Because I don't know what you're talking about. At least my song, my music, you can literally see the storyline in it.
Yeah, no, summertime's about the summertime and how you have fun in the summertime in New York.
Es con todo. You know what I mean? Like, you understand the vibe that I'm going for. You know what I mean? All my music. Everything I have, all my music I have, dedicated to old school way. because I like a storyline. You don't just sit there and just be like, just spit out whatever's in your mouth. And it's like, and then also, that's another thing. When artists record, right, they stay in the studio recording every day, all day. I understand that grind. But what are you known for? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm known for Summertime. Everybody knows that song. I go on stage, I'm summertime.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows that song. Everybody goes on
Do you
studio.
have any issues with Will Smith with that
No.
song? No, okay.
No,
right.
I've never had an issue with that.
Okay.
I guess my producers
Yeah, I mean, because the beat, the beat is not a beat that has anything to do with any samples from that song.
There's no samples of the song in there. They don't have the rights just for Summertime.
Yeah,
You
you can't copyright
and
the
it doesn't
word.
sound. It doesn't sound like theirs. It
It's a whole different vibe. Yeah,
right. It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah,
so it's nothing that was sampled from them.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So thing is, like I said, these artists go into the studio and constantly create music, but not known for one song. You can create all the music you know for it, but if every time you go on stage, you're performing a new song every time, and you're not pushing one song, they're gonna be like, every time you go on stage, they're not gonna know your song because every time you go up, you're doing a new song. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
At least Summertime. Once I go up there, every time I perform, I always do Summertime somewhere in there, and they sing along with Summertime. You know what I mean? That's why on my show mixes I have Summertime, because once it comes on, people like click on and say, I have all the other new stuff. Yes, right now I'm pushing Con Todo. I did Puerto Rican Day Parade. I did Queens Pride. I did Springfield Pride. I've been performing left and right, Con Todo, and everybody when I get on stages are starting to sing that song now. But I also do all my other music. I just lead off to a song that I want. That's the main song I'm pushing, and I always tell people, get that one song, push it. You could still perform the other music, put it in a show mix, 8-minute show mix, do all that stuff, and then leave off with that main song, so that people can start catching on to that song. Being in the studio, recording every day, every time you go up there, you got a new song. Nobody's gonna know the lyrics because every time you're going up there, you're doing something new. So, I don't know. That's just me.
No, I love it, man. I love it. I love it how real you keep it, man. You know, you know what, the best part about, going to your events and, listening to your music, it's like a really chill vibe with all parts of the community, man. It's like, the heteros hanging out with the LGBTQs, and it's like, it's a fun vibe. Like you don't feel like that, attention or anything,
right.
Man. Everybody's just macking. You feel me? You do a great job of bridging those two communities. I'll be honest.
I really, really appreciate it because in reality, I am part of the gay community, and I just don't look at that. I'm still a person. I'm still a brother. I'm still a friend. I'm still a man regardless, right? Yeah. So like I try to give everybody the respect and put everything to a place where it's like love, understanding, a vibe. Like, when you come to the fashion show, you see the vibe. I got people fly in from LA, Florida, Vegas.
Yeah, it's facts.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Somebody from Miami I met there that flew just for that.
Right.
Yeah,
and that line be crazy. You know what I mean? But I built my brand. I built this like. And what I built for people to come and enjoy my shows, that's why my shows get packed. Because everybody loves to come to my shows. They come, like I said, they're coming from all over the fucking... excuse me.
Yeah, no,
they come from all over because they know how I keep it. I keep it real. Also, they know they're coming to a good show. They're not coming to a show that's just like half.
Won't lie. I've done a lot of videography with Angel of Words Entertainment there. Never been disappointed once. I'll be honest with you.
Every part of my show is blessed by my hands. When I say that, I mean from the food I cook, from the designs, everything. I'm part of every single thing. I'm not letting one thing slip under the rug, or under the cracks. The people who I bring into that want to do photography, video, every single thing, even to the tickets of the show, is created by me. People were like, "Oh, why don't you build the team that takes care of this and that?"
Yeah. I've always wanted to ask you that question. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So, I have done that. But I've learned when you do that, and something happens, you can't blame nobody but yourself, because it never goes according to the way you want to do it if you're not doing it. So I have the time. I would take a full week with no sleep just to make sure that show is going to be lit. not everybody's gonna put in what you could put in for your own stuff. They're gonna be like, okay, well, half-ass this. I'm gonna just do it to here, and then I'm gonna stop for today, and then tomorrow I'll pick up. And it may not be that same energy. Me, I will continue to go and push through the sleep and push through the sweat and tears and the blood to get it done. You know what I mean? I've gone a week without sleep just to make sure that a show's gonna go from sewing up fabrics to making sure the music is good, doing the menu, tickets, everything, making sure 24 hour. I'm 24 hour.
Bro, that's tough.
7 days a week. 365 days a year.
I've seen you get into it with people that are working with you or for you on that occasion, man. What do you say to the people when you know when you're going ham? Because I've seen you on some Project
Let's talk about. Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that.
You be going a little ham. I'll be like, yo, bro, let me know next time I got you, bro.
Let's unpack that. Let's unpack that.
Yeah. Let's talk about what happens behind the scenes.
I always tell people. Off set, like when we're hanging and chilling as friends, we're friends. When we're working, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'm the CEO of my company. I'm the boss man. It's what I say and I want. And if you can't handle that respectfully, I understand. Somebody else will come and take that place. But I'm not your friend when we're working. That's what the people got to twist it. I separate the two. And I tell them, I apologize from now. When the show starts, when it's the day of the show, I gather all my models right before we start. In the beginning of the day, I'm apologizing right now to my staff and my models. It's going to get crazy.
Yeah. So you do have that conversation with them. You let them know, hey, you might hit some. You might get some fire thrown in your direction. It's going down tonight.
Right. And I tell them, if you're in a rush, and this is nobody knows. This is exclusive.
Okay.
I tell them in the beginning, if you're in a rush, at the beginning of the day, if you're in a rush today to run to another show, I prefer for you to leave right now before we start.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, don't want you, because that shit could ruin the whole vibe, man.
Get out. Yeah. Because if we not have it, because I know we say we start at a certain time, but it never runs at a certain time. If you're in a rush to go somewhere else, go now. I'd rather you leave. I can make one phone call and have somebody else come replace you. I have standby models waiting.
Okay.
I have, every time I book models, I can book 30 models, but I always have 10 models standby, one phone call. They pick up their bag and they show up to my show. Just to cover myself. And that's the extra mile go for me. So, yeah.
Wow, so you've had models leave on you that day, man?
I have never had a model leave on me. No? But they try. But Brooklyn, I have to go to another show. I told you in the beginning, right? I told someone in the beginning, you leave now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
You ain't leaving. If you're here, like, you just can't go. Like, it's impossible for you to leave. Yeah. And if you do leave in the middle of a show, don't come back to me because I'm not going to book you. Because every time Fashion Week comes, every model is in my DMs. Every model's in my DMs. Look at yesterday, we shot the music video. I had specific models to be my music video. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people did come out. You saw behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, it was lit. It was lit.
But I had specific models for specific jobs, and they didn't show up. The DJ didn't show up, but I had made sure that I covered that, figured that out, figured all that.
Yeah.
So those models that didn't show up, this fashion show, you're going to have to sit it out. And I send them all messages. Don't even show up to Fashion Week because you're not getting booked.
Wow. How hard is it to really deal with models? Like, you know what I mean? What would you tell models that they should know to make their lives easier in the future, with whomever they're working with?
Just,
you know, it's gonna be tough here, baby. You know
right.
I try to keep it light at the beginning, but there's only but so much I can do. And I know and I've seen.
Pretty much like, if your heart is not into this and you don't have a thick skin, don't do it. Don't do it. If your heart is not into this and you don't have thick skin, do not do this. This is not for you. This is not the business for you. You have to have the heart. You have to have the drive. You have to have the thick skin for this. You can't just 1 minute you want to do it and then something happens that you don't like because you don't like it and you want to act diva. You cannot, no. Yeah, so if your heart is not into it completely, don't do it.
And I mean, you know, and with your fashion shows, since you don't really have that many people working for you, right? I mean, I guess you have the people in the makeup room. I guess you have makeup. I mean, I've seen some of your makeup artists, right? You have the makeup artists, you have the, people making sure that you have usually one person making sure that all the garments are where they're supposed to be at. It seems like a safe space for models. I feel like, if you're coming up as a model, you may want to do a Brooklyn Jewels show because, it's going to be a safe space for you. Because I've heard horror stories, models being harassed, models being, groped and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Your vibe doesn't seem to have that kind of issue. Have you had any of those issues at your fashion shows before?
I've never had it at my I never had it at my fashion show. I've had it where okay, so with a fitting one time happened. I was at a fitting and this person never had a fitting. And I was like, okay, so come get a fitting so I can fit you. So the person was like, okay, well, I can I come at this time, whatever they came. And I'm measurements. If you don't ever have measurements, come, you have to get measurement. You have to get measurement. That means you take off your shirt, you leave it tank, and you leave your underwear on. You're not naked.
Mm-hmm.
One model was like, when I told him, okay, take your clothes off, stay in your underwear, he's like, hey. I'm like, bro, do you know what the hell you just did to me right now? I'm not trying to get you like that. Don't do that. Because that puts you in a place of like, I'm in a place of just trying to have what I have to do, you know what I mean? Like, get done. So, yeah, but it happens. It happens to everybody.
Okay. Well, man, I want to segue into the accessories because you are an expert in accessories. Everybody loves your accessories. I've done interviews where I put content out for you where people are, just raving about your accessories. The jewels you have on right now, you made yourself. Right? Let's talk about the jewelry game, man. Like, what inspires you? Where do you get the stuff from? Because you custom make all this stuff, correct?
I love your questions. This is why I needed to have this exclusive with you. Like, I needed an exclusive with you.
Well, thanks for popping up, baby.
I've been there.
I always get to all the locations early, and I see what's happening, man. I keep my mouth shut, but now we're having a conversation about, your comings and goings when you're putting on these massive shows. Because I mean, they're massive shows, bro. It's like 75 to 100 people there. You know what I'm saying? It's packed. It's wild. I get there early. I see you giving the directives. You know what I'm saying? I see you having little conversations. You know what I'm saying, with people that are getting on your nerves. You know how I do.
I'm being honest, like, you ask the best questions. And it's not because we're friends, but because of the way I know how you work and we vibe. Your questions have, I think, like the top number one podcast I've been on.
Well, thank you, brother.
And it's just no trying to gas you up or nothing. Don't pump your head up. Yeah. But it's just like, because people don't have these real conversations. You get into everything that's going on with me. We pack it down. Right? We pack it down. There's no rush. It's just like, let's get this. You know what I mean? So, but working with my line, my brand, the jewels, not just the clothes, but the accessories have to say a story. If I am here, right? Let's say I'm here, and I want people to know my name. I carry my name on my neck, on my arm, on my earrings, like on my rings. They say a story who I am because that's Brooklyn right there. So right now, like if I dress you up, right? The accessories I put on you have to speak for you. It just can't just be any accessories. Let me just throw this on you and just throw that on you. No, I'm gonna have accessories on you that are gonna speak for you, who you are as a person, I also am always open to speaking to people and be like, hey, what do you like? Is this right with you? Because a lot of people dress people and get people dressed up with accessories and clothing, but it shows in their face when they don't like what they're wearing. Yeah,
facts.
So they're like, no, I know what's best for you. No, y'all can come to an agreement. This person may not like this, and you may not like that. Meet in the middle. Maybe you'll take one piece off of here that person likes, so they can wear this piece. But yeah, my accessory, I actually. So going back to when I was 14 years old. We can go there?
Yeah, of course. Let's do it.
Going back to when I was 14 years old, My great-grandmother had started showing me how to sew clothes. I'm not gonna lie. She had those sewing machines that were in the desk.
Yeah,
They open up, it's
My
like a
grandmother had one too.
transformer.
Yeah,
It was
facts.
like, boop, pop, and it's here.
Yeah. With
She's-
the big head, you
with
know
the-
what I mean? Yeah,
and
hell
the old
yeah.
school singers.
Yeah,
the old
she
school
looks like a
singers.
sheep.
Right, the old school singer stuff.
Yeah.
So she used to do nightgowns for ladies that were like, you know, in her around her building and stuff, the nightgowns, you know, the batas.
Yeah, the batas. Dope. All right, your
Because
grandmother
she
made batas
she made
for the
batas
hood.
for everybody.
That's official. Great.
She made
I
batas
love
for
that.
everybody. And she inspired me because I just saw that everybody loved her energy and she was just doing this creative thing. I'm 14 years old, this little
Yeah.
kid standing by my grandmother, like, and she's always giving me her stories. You know how
Nice.
great grandmothers
Yeah,
do?
of
They gave
course.
stories.
Yeah.
So she would have me sit there. I remember this like yesterday. Actually, she had a cat. Her cat name was Meech. It was a
Meech.
black cat sitting next to her while she was sewing.
Nice.
And she was in her peace, in her zone. My great grandmother was always at peace. Nothing bothered that woman. I've learned of that woman, you cannot allow other people to mess with your peace. You are in charge of your own feelings. So if that person got you upset, you allowed that person to get you upset because you could have just X'd it out and move on with your life. Granted, we are people. We get upset, yes. But we're in control of our own feelings. Anyways, to go back to that is to say is that she showed me a lot. And like I said, I started off as 14 years old designing clothes. When I was in high school, and this is how you can tell from Brownsville, I got expelled from all city schools.
Oh, wow.
I could not go to a city school. I was an endangerment to students at city schools.
Wow.
You didn't know that. This
That's
is
so
the
wild.
exclusive I've been telling you about.
Yo, that's crazy.
So it was I don't know what day it was, but it was a morning. We just got to school. I was in high school. And my brother, once we get there to school, we knew everybody. And you know how back in the day, school was like popular kids in the back, nerdy kids in the front.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's what was going on in my school. So we knew everybody from all the tables. So I went across and I was with my girlfriend at the time because I was with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was across at her table and she was like with the girls and stuff. I was talking to her. All of a sudden, somebody was like, there go your brother over there fighting. I looked to the side and see my brother fighting the security. The security tried to break my brother's arm. And I fractured his nose.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I fractured his nose and I got kicked out of school.
Oh, wow.
And they was trying to say I was an endangerment to students for how I did it. So they sent me to a school, one of those,
Would you hit him with something in the face?
yeah.
Okay, with a chair or some shit? With a bat? With what?
Pow, pow,
Oh, you just punched him and he broke his nose?
pow, pow.
Okay, yeah. I've seen pictures. You a big.
Pow. I'm just saying, it was a weapon.
Oh,
Pow,
word.
pow weapon.
Oh, word?
We don't want to say what it is. Pow,
Oh,
pow.
damn. Oh, yeah. This YouTube. You gotta keep it
Right.
light. Yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay. That would
So-
definitely do the trick.
And I went to this trade school upstate. I would have to travel every day, 3 hours going, 3 hours coming back to the city.
Oh, wow. So you went from there to a trade school. You got
Right.
your GED and stuff like that?
Hell no.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah,
You
let
just
me-
went to,
I get there.
Okay, all right, bet.
And the trade school,
Yeah.
I started learning how to melt metals and just taking that trade, and then also taking more sewing classes just to learn more about the thing. So we
Yeah.
came out with this brand called GQ
Mm-hmm.
clothing. Me and my best friend in high school. It was called Good Quality Clothing, GQ.
Oh, I love that. That's fire.
Right. So I started doing like outfits for the girls in school. I started like bending metals. We even learned how to make a moped from scratch. A moped.
Moped,
Old school mopeds.
Yeah, the ones that are all
Yeah.
around town nowadays. Jesus, yeah.
We learned I know how to make that from scratch.
Okay, fire.
Literally bending metals and all that stuff. Like literally like the bend of everything. Like
Mhm.
So I was like, I didn't finish school. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I didn't need it.
Okay.
I felt I didn't need it. I also did have a scholarship to go to FIT. But the moment I knew that I was not going to finish it was the moment that my business partner messed up our scholarship. I've never turned to drugs. I don't frown on anybody who does drugs. You do you. You live your life the way you want to live your life. But when it interferes in my life is when I get upset. So he turned to drugs and it messed up because we had a 2 people scholarship. So the scholarship was both of us. He went to drugs and we lost the scholarship.
Okay.
So in that moment, I said, what am I gonna do? I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I took a break. I'm not gonna lie, I took a break. 15 years ago, there was about 15 years ago, there was a first fashion night out of New York City. I was sitting in my apartment. I was like, I need to do this. I hated my job. I was a paralegal at a law firm.
What?
Right. I was a paralegal at a law firm. I hated my job. I worked at One Battery Park Plaza. He was helping him read law firm.
Wow.
That was I was a law firm. And then I was sitting there one day and I was thinking to myself, how am I gonna get fired from this job? What am I gonna do? I don't want to be here. I hate it here. I concocted a whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna collect unemployment. I've been here since over 3 years. I'm gonna collect unemployment and start my brand. I'm gonna go for it. And whatever is the outcome is the outcome. At least I can say I tried.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I went to work, and you cannot dress in jeans and t-shirt. I dressed in jeans and t-shirt every day to work. So
Okay.
they started writing me up.
Okay.
I built that, but I also had relationships with people inside my job, like with HR. They didn't want to fire me.
Yeah.
So I went to work one day, and they were like, "Oh, come up to HR." And I was like, "Okay." I already knew it was coming. I was like, "They're gonna fire me today." HR was like, "I really don't want to do this to you, but I gotta let you go. It's part of, I was like, "All right, cool, no problem." I left, collected unemployment, started my business. For the first fashion night, I went out with 2 models. I got 2 of my homegirls to model for me. I was dressed, they were dressed. From the moment we came out that train station, all the way for the whole night, it was literally up. Paparazzi, we chilled with Robin Thicke, we chilled with Diane von Furstenberg, we chilled in all the big top parties in the city.
Oh, fire.
Introduced to everybody, and that was the first fashion night out. Like, I'm telling you, it was meant to be. I came out, the next day I came out on styles.com, vogue.com, Daily News. I came out on all websites, right? I came out on all websites, and it was just so that and in that first week, I got my first celebrity client, which was Rebel Wilson. Shout out to Rebel Wilson. If you don't know who she is, she's Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect and
I love her.
yeah. So
She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's done all those. She's like
no,
comedian.
Rebel's the truth. Fact.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. She became one of my clients, and then from her, it just went up. And I don't like to drop too many names.
Yeah.
But if you know me, you know me. And
Yeah,
if
but
you know
on
what
the
I've been
podcast
through,
is what you do.
I know. But it's also like something for people to go look.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Let them go see who I
Yeah.
do instead of me just saying it.
Facts.
Because I'm very Googleable. Brooklyn, ISLA Jewels, type it in, Google. You'll see Rihanna, Katy Perry, all these people I've worked with, Mariah, I was on freaking Project Runway. You know what I mean? I've done these, I built my brand, and I can say I did it myself. I didn't have help. Granted, I have had people along the way who wanted to help and do stuff. The reason why I didn't accept a lot of help in the beginning, because now, everybody helps me. I help everybody. We help each other. We work each other.
Yeah.
But it's just that when I got to a certain point in my brand, I wanted to thank myself that I got myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't being arrogant, and it wasn't being ass. It was just me it was proving something to myself. That I left work and I built this, and now I'm
had a bad experience with a coworker that cost you a scholarship to FIT. You know what I mean?
I along the way, I've had bad experiences, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm still having bad experiences because you only learn every day. You don't know it all. I don't know it all. I'm still learning every day. More stuff about myself, more what I will put up with, what I will tolerate with. Having to drop people out of your life that you don't want to drop. And it's hard when you have people in your life for so many years, but then you figure out, that's not my person. That person's not meant to be here in my life. When it comes to friends, family, relationships, not everybody's meant to be in your life forever. We all have an expiration date. When it comes to friendships, when it comes to life itself, we don't know when it's going to happen. You can have somebody in your life for 15 years and not know that person is never supposed to be a part of your life.
Facts.
And I spit words on that. You know what I mean? Because I've been through it. I've had a best friend in my life for 15 years who it was hard for me to drop. I kept accepting this person back, accepting this person back for no outcome. The only outcome was drop this person. They're not good for you.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. I know that's always tough. It's tough when you have to get rid of people you've known. Well, not rid, but when you have to disassociate yourself from people that you've been dealing with or rocking with for a long time because, just the visions aren't the same. You're not on the same path. You're not on the same wave anymore, man. It's tough, but I respect it, man.
Right.
I respect it.
I'm here now where I'm at with my brand, and I'm just still building. I'm building forward. I'm building to elevate myself, to help those. Right now, I have models, I have recording artists underneath me that I'm helping build up. People come to me every day, can you help me, Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I would give the shirt off my back to help somebody. I would give the shirt off my back to help somebody to make sure that they grow. Because I'm in a point in my life where I'm chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
I can lay back and be chill.
Copy.
I'm not the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not the, but we're not even talking about money. We're talking about in life. Sorry, we're talking about in life.
Yeah.
I'm not the richest man in the world, but in life, I'm happy.
Well, that's important, man.
I'm very happy.
That's important. That's important. Now, everyone, we've reached a point in the podcast, which is one of my favorite parts of the podcast, where it's time for Angel's off-topic question.
Ooh.
Right, one Angel's off-topic question is sponsored by BJ's Photography. Go get them photos. Our guy Curtis Holmes and his book Eyes of the Soul, available on Amazon.com, at BarnesandNoble.com. And don't forget, if you want to donate to the content creator, it's at Cash App AOWNYC. Now, today, Brooklyn, the off-topic question is, what is good with your Barbie collection?
Why?
Because if y'all don't know, Brooklyn Jules has the illest Barbie collection. I took a video. I'm gonna try to see if I still have it and put it in this podcast. But bro,
okay,
when did you start the Barbie collection, and how long have you been rocking with it for, bro?
All right. So first of all, I wasn't ready for that question, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I gonna lie, I love it. So how I started my collection? Okay, so. If as a designer, right, and we're just gonna go back to being a designer. As a designer, we look for a lot of women come up to me and like, hey, I don't think I'm model material because of my look. Barbie had this thing back in the day where you have to look like this skinny Barbie. So I never really liked Barbie before until recently. This happened within the last 3 years. There was an evolution of Barbie.
Okay.
Where Barbie started creating plus-size Barbies. Barbies that speak to every woman in the world. Different shades. Latina, Afro-Latina, Morena, everything. Like any kind of Barbie you want, like find, now you can find it. Girls in wheelchairs, girls with one leg, they have them. So they started coming out with this thing. So then I also started thinking, how can I design something for somebody and show it to them without having to actually make the look first? Because if they don't like it, what am I supposed to do? So what I did, I started collecting Barbies that look like each and one of my clients.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
So make the outfit small, and this is what you're gonna look like in the outfit. And if they like, because it's also a quick way to make the outfit. And if you like it, I can go back and create it for your size. And, because the Barbies are their size, but it's just a smaller version. I know
there's so many Barbies.
It's a small version of them. I said, it's small. This is how you're gonna look in it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, we could tweak it up now. We could do all that. So that's how that happened. And then I just started collecting, and now I have like maybe 100 and something Barbies.
Yeah, you got mad Barbies, bro.
You seen them?
Yeah, that shit was wild. I'm like, I never seen so many Barbies in my life. This is wild. With all their organic outfits, everybody had to wear some couture.
Right, everything's made by me. Everything's made by me, and
that's
now,
crazy.
and all my that's even half my clients.
Yeah,
because the other clients don't live in New York, but those are half my clients there. So every time they hit me up, Brooklyn, can you send me how the Barbies? That's what they do. Yeah. Brooklyn, send me a picture of how the Barbie's gonna look in the outfit so I can know what it's gonna look like on me. I get that all the time now.
That's so cool, man.
And I'm like, I got you. So I use the Barbies as mannequins to show my clients what they're gonna look like in the outfit.
I love that, man. Great stuff. Great stuff. Everyone, that was Angel's off-topic question here with Brooklyn Jules, sponsored by Eyes of the Soul, Curtis Holmes, BJ's Photography, and don't forget the Cash App, AOWNYC, to donate to the content creator. Now, Isla Jewels. Why that name, and how long has the brand been around? Technically, because I know you
Okay.
just celebrated 15 years, right? That's the last
Yeah.
event I went to.
Yeah, 15
so,
years.
okay, so you know what? It is 15 years. We
You
know
let the cat
that
out
because
the
I was
bag.
there. I forgot. I was like, yo, you know. But you know, it's been around for 15 years. Why the name, and how's the process been throughout the whole 15 years?
The name, it was hard because we went from GQ, good quality clothing, because I wanted to keep that name, original name, but since what happened happens, I had to let that name go
Copy.
because I didn't want to be connected to, sorry to say, a drug addict. We went from GQ, good quality clothing, to Bella Vita. Bella Vita came, and I had a business partner who started doing private interviews behind my back, telling people that she was the brain behind it all. Girl, stop capping, because you just wanted me to do a outfit made out of CDs that didn't really make sense. The brains was me. You were hired to do the paperwork so I can do the designing. We were a business partnership. Say what it was. I was the designer. You were taking care of the paperwork, so I didn't have to do both things. We could just separate things. That's why I don't work with a lot of people. Because when you start taking my credit and not giving credit where it's due, I have a problem with that. So we went from that. When Bella Vita was over, it only lasted a few months for Bella Vita. When it was over, I had to sit there like for 2-3 months. I even went to Puerto Rico. I had to gain myself back and figured it out. And I'm like, I have to do this. So I go, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, what am I going to name this brand? Where am I? I'm not in La Isla. La Isla Bonita. Estamos aquí. We're here. Like,
facts.
that just dawned on me. It was so beautiful. And it's like, I'm walking in the beach and you see the crystals in the sand. And it was just like, I don't care if Isla Jewels is a jewels company. I also branch off as clothing. So we started off as the accessory line. You know what I mean? We started doing accessories, and then it's like goes into clothing. Like, why, if I could do this, I can do that. Then I started being put in the box. They started to put me in a box. First of all, was, oh, you're gay. Is anybody gonna accept you? Everybody accepts me. I'm a person. So that was the evolution of my brand right there. Like after I let go of all the toxic energy and just started, and then so when I'm sitting in Puerto Rico, I'm like, Isla, estamos en la isla. I love Isla, I love island. Let's do it. So I started Googling Isla Jewels. Nothing was coming up. Just you have to do your homework to check out, make sure it's not out there. They have Isla Jewelry, but not Isla Jewels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then the way you spell it, the way you're spelling certain things, and so I was like, okay, cool. So I took the name. I went online. As soon as I got the name, I went online. And I first sent myself an email that I would never open, because you also know I said that's how you can get the rights of it. It shows the dates and stuff. But then I got into the I did all the IRS paperwork.
Yes, do that.
I got no. But in the beginning,
you did
it was that first when you're sitting there.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there at your computer and you came up with the name,
Oh,
you
okay,
email that to
okay,
yourself first.
Immediately.
But in the next day, I got certified by the IRS with my tax numbers and everything.
Copy, okay.
And I do have that at home at any means necessary.
Yeah, the LLC version. Yeah,
I got all my stuff.
Copy.
I have my LLC. I have everything. I have everything I need. So I took care of that. Then that was all in the first week. And then the second week, no lie, the second week, I did my first fashion show.
Good vibes.
And you know, it was so crazy that I've been blessed with every show that I have from day one to be packed down boots, and that everybody from day one. Now, mind you, nobody knows me.
Yeah.
Nobody knows me. I'm not known at
Did
that
that
point.
Project One Rate situation help the brand boost up when you were on the show?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's funny that's happened so long ago.
Yeah.
But to this day, I still get fans and people who hit me up when they see me, and they DM me every day. I could show you DMs.
Yeah.
Somebody texted me the other day, was like, Brooklyn, I remember.
You remember what season that was?
Yeah.
just in case you get, you're gonna get fans from this. Because they wanna, do their research on you.
It's just like they did me a little dirty, so I tried to I use their name.
Yeah,
but if you see it, you'll see it.
I saw the episode. I know it
right.
exists.
If you see it, you'll see it. And it's still
all right. No love. Hey, if we don't want to give them no clout, it is what it is, man.
It's like I said, they I don't mind saying that they did me dirty at a certain point.
Yeah,
but
they did help you as well.
It did help me as well.
Okay, hey,
but they helped me. I'm not helping them. Like you're good.
Yeah.
So, but moving forward from that, we had, like I said, that has helped me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But also, remember, I'm the one without me being the person I am.
Yeah,
that would have never helped me. You could be on a TV show, but if you don't have anything to make you stand out, like we were talking earlier, standing out. I stood out from a lot of people in that show. You had bland people. I was like, you got Marsha and you got Brandon on this side. Then you got Brooklyn. Sitting in between. So like, I'm like two stick in the muds, and I'm like, and I don't care if out there. Did they see this? I'm like, y'all were two
different dynamic.
They were two stick in the muds, like, and I'm like, hello, hi. I don't need to the camera was on me. So
that's hilarious.
But being able to go from that show and then to be able to work with all the girls from Bad Girls Club, with Danny DeCane. Well, it's like I've done so much that I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, and I always tell people, you can sit there and throw out everything you've done, but you're only as good as your last project. You're only as good as your last project. You can't sit there and you can't be dwelling on that. I don't dwell on what happened before. I'm dwelling on what I have going on in the future. Look, I got all these shows coming in the future. I'm also in the process of putting together to film my own show that I want to announce that I did come up with a name. And a lot of people may not resonate with the name, but it's okay.
Yeah,
because it's just the name
I choose.
Oh, what happened?
What name did you choose?
Industry Lives NYC.
Okay.
Because I want to be open to not just artists and designers, people with podcasts, people that have things going on within the industry.
Copy.
There's nothing that shows what we can build. Because people assume we wake up every day and this is us.
Yeah.
They don't know the work we put in behind
a lot of work
to get to this.
Yeah, you still don't succeed too. People don't understand, bro. You could put in a lot of work and you got to go even extra harder.
Right.
You know what I mean? People don't talk about the grind, man. They don't see that shit. They just see the shit once it's all lit. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know. They don't know the real grind the sleepless nights, the sweat, blood, tears that we put into this.
Yeah, the praying, the crying, like, yo, God,
everything.
can I get through? Yeah, man,
everything.
It's not easy, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's half of the people in this industry, when you have somebody by your side, like you have been blessed, not everybody has that blessing, and we have to do that alone. You know what I mean? But it's always good to have like that under people, let people know, like, yo, we wake up and we go to sleep at night just like everybody else, and sometimes we don't sleep. We are hours where you don't know what's going on in the background. When all you see is the red carpet, you see when everything is done, the fashion show when it's done. You don't see that I'm working all day and night.
Getting sauce, hitting on the models,
getting pricked with needles, and I'm arguing with this person, I'm arguing with that person. It's part of the industry. I hate when people think that there's no drama. There's a lot of drama behind the scenes. It's a lot of work. I hate when people just think, oh, Brooklyn ain't never got nothing going, like no drama. I do. I'm a person just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I have ups and downs like everybody else. Somebody would look at me and they'd be like, he got his shit together. That's fact. I got my shit together. I'm a boss. But there comes drama behind it all. I got to run to meetings. I got to meet with this person. I got to meet with that person. Yeah. I got to have Zoom meetings. I have to go get materials and fabrics and trimmings and go to the studio and record new things. Coming here today, that's all stuff that I have to do. You see the after effects when it's all edited and done. It's a lot that goes behind it. It's not easy. And
how many times a month do you go buy fabric?
Let's talk about how many times a week I go buy fabric. Okay. Not by month, by week. That's
okay. Now, do you go? Where do you go? To go to Michael's? Like, well, what are your spots? I don't know. I don't know where to buy fabric. Clearly.
Michael's? No. You go down to the garment district in the city.
Okay, so you go down to the 20s, the 20,
no,
22. Okay.
That's not the garment district. See?
Okay.
Really messing up, right?
Yeah, messing
up. Garment district is up in by 38th, 37th, by 8th Avenue over there.
No, past Macy's in that area.
Yeah, right past 34th up.
All right.
You got Mood.
Okay.
Mood, by fabric from Mood. I don't really like going by fabric from Mood because Mood became, because they used it on TV, it just became too pricey.
Copy.
But they have that's the garment district. They have beautiful fabric stores. They have trimming stores. We were just there yesterday. I was buying trimmings. Studs, spikes, anything you need as a designer, garment district is the place to be.
Copy.
They also have free classes. If you want to be a designer, they have free classes you can go and take classes for learning how to a sewing machine. You know what's my biggest pet peeve?
What's that?
When I meet another designer and they say that they're a designer and they're not.
Yeah.
They put their name on clothes. Why I say they're not a designer, right? They are okay, let me take that back. They're a little bit of a designer.
Okay.
Because me and my aspect of design.
So, I mean, you're saying that, well, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you're saying there's levels to it, right?
Right.
That's like me saying I'm a designer because I put AOW on t-shirts.
But you're not. You're a printer. You printed that on there.
Well,
Sorry.
I didn't design the logo.
No,
I
but
put
still.
I'm not a designer.
But that's, see, when somebody says they're a designer, they do cut and sew.
Yeah.
I go by fabric.
Yeah.
I cut it, the pattern. I'm running through the machine.
Yeah.
I don't go buy clothes and put my name on it. And I don't care who I offend.
Yeah.
I've been doing this and I'm true to this.
I know. Hey,
let's get real.
Hey, man, you're talking about the idiosyncrasies of what you do.
Right. That's
and
different.
You're saying like, yo, you're not on my level. Don't call yourself a designer if you're not doing this, that,
what I'm doing. Listen.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, oh yeah, I made this from scratch, I ask them simple questions and I know if they made that from scratch or not. You know why?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
No, tell us. I don't know why.
Say, okay, first of all, you ask the person, Zinger or brother.
Yeah.
And the person say, what are you talking about? They're not a designer. Because Zinger and brother are two different sewing machines.
Yeah.
If you don't know what those sewing machines are, you're not a designer. Now, if I come to you and I say, what's a de-stitcher?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what the hell a de-stitcher is. You just know, you hear the name and you just, or what it looked like. We ain't talking because they sell that in the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
if you don't know what a cross stitch does, we can't talk. You ain't never on my level ever.
Yeah.
Because that is just like, those are key
talk
components.
Your shit, baby. Talk your
those
shit.
are key components to a designer who on my level understands.
Okay, I felt
you can't ask me any questions that I can't deal. I'm sorry. What is right. I'm sorry, but no. You can ask me any questions that I don't know about designing.
And that's the stuff you want to show on your show, right? The entrepreneurs that that are trying to grind, trying to make a place, trying to build those relationships to get, the investments that they want, but what they go through because they know their craft. Right. It's like me from podcasting. Right. Like I set up my cameras, I set up my audio equipment.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do all this shit. You know what I mean? I didn't build the studio by myself. I have the help of my co-producer.
But this is your vision. This is your vision. This is you. Like this is your vision.
Basically built it from scratch.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like people just don't understand that. And I'm if you can understand the level of your work or my work or the person who actually does this work, stay off. Stay to the side. Relax. Don't fall back. Chill out, kid. Relax. Your time will come.
Your time will come. Now, everyone, it is the time right now for our next segment. You know what it is. It's time for 5 Words with Angel. All right, Brooklyn. Now on 5 Words with Angel, I'm going to give you a word, phrase, or a question. You're going to give me the first word that comes to your head. But if you do get triggered, feel free to keep speaking. 5 Words with Angel brought to you by Eyes of the Soul by Curtis Holmes and BJS Photography. Go get them photos. The Cash App to support your content creator, Angel of Words, is Cash App, AOWNYC. Now, Brooklyn, the first word on 5 Words with Angel is sewing machine.
Zinger.
All right. I love it. All right. The next word on 5 Words with Angel is Barbies.
Extra Barbie.
The next word it's going to be a question. What was your favorite fashion show that you've done? What year? Which line?
My 15th anniversary this year.
Yeah, it was lit. Yeah, I'm glad, man. I was
celebration of 15 years and then you were involved.
Yeah. No. That was actually great, man. Thank you so much. And we definitely got video of that, so definitely stay tuned. The 4th word on 5 Words with Angel is jewelry.
Bling, 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 bling. Oh, wait a minute. Can I do that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Bling, bling. The more you put on, the better you look.
That's it, baby. Put some jewels on. Put some jewels on. Now, the fifth and final word on 5 Words with Angel is Brownsville.
Never ran, never will.
There you go, baby. Let's go.
Real quick.
Everybody, that was real quick here. 5 Words with Angel, presented by BJS Photography. Go get them photos. Eyes of the Soul by Curtis Holmes, Cash App, AOW NYC. Now, Brooklyn, before you let you go, and don't forget, folks, Brooklyn will be performing right after this podcast, so stay tuned to the end, and we'll also put the performance out by itself. But Brooklyn, could you look into this camera right here and give everyone that wants to be a musician or fashion designer some words of encouragement, inspiration, if you will?
Live your life, live your truth, right? And always be authentically yourself. Don't let nobody tell you can do something. You can't do something that you know you can do.
Everybody, that was my guy, Brooklyn Jules. That's just part 1. You know what I mean? We're not going to give you everything all at once. There's a lot more to come. Don't forget to check out his performances. Where can they find you again, Brooklyn, so that they can go check out what you're going to be up to?
All platforms, Brooklyn ISLA Jules. Check it out. Google me. Once you Google it, it all comes up, obviously.
That's it. Everybody, Brooklyn in the building. ISLA Jules is the brand. You know what it is. Angel of Words here. Don't forget to tap on that subscribe button. Follow us on all podcast platforms. Also, follow us on the socials at Angel of Words ENT. If you want the merch, too, that we sell for Angel of Words Entertainment, go to the website at AOWENT. Click on merchandise, and it'll take you right where you need to be to get the latest threads from the Angel of Words Entertainment Company. And, folks, thank you for tuning in. Te quiero, Puerto Rico. Santa Isabel. Live from the Angel of Words Studios, from Brownsville, Brooklyn, performing con todo, we have Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Massive on the
Let's go.
beat.
Dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo. Chitty, chitty, bang, I know they see me doing my thing. In the club, stay making it rain. Get into it while they're going insane. We can take shots if you want to. Shots, take it to the block if you want to. Mad, cause I'm getting to the money and I'm getting to the bag. And you mad cause it's not you. We can take shots if you want to. Take it to the block if you want to. Mad cause I'm getting to the money and I'm getting to the bag. And you mad cause it's not you. Not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. Mad cause I'm getting to the money and I'm getting to the bag. And you mad cause it's not you. Dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, dale, dale con todo, dale con todo, dale con todo, full throttle. In the club with about 6 models. Shorty está toda buena. Tell her stop reaching for the bottle. Dale con todo, full throttle. In the club with about 6 models. Shorty está toda buena. Tell her stop reaching for the bottle. Tell her stop reaching for the bottle. Tell her stop reaching for the bottle. Shorty está toda buena. Tell her stop reaching for the bottle. Yeah, that's mine, don't touch. Yeah, that's mine, don't touch. Yeah, that's mine, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, 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 dale con todo, dale, dale, dale con todo, dale con todo, dale con todo.
Everybody, you know what it is. That was Brooklyn here on the Angel of Words podcast, putting it down. Con todo, para todo. BK, where can we find you, baby?
All platforms, Google it. Brooklyn Isla Jews, baby.
Brooklyn Isla Jews, baby. You know what it is. Te quiero Puerto Rico, Santa Isabel.
Vaya, wepa.
Hello, it's yours truly, Angel of Words here. Thank you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this content, we have much, much more. So subscribe to the channel, click on these icons to the right and the left of me, and partake in the Angel of Words universe. Hope to see you soon.